What's poppin', everybody? Wad007 here, and welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. And today, we're going to take a look at the upcoming mini box, Rage of Volcano, which is coming out on December 9th. And I am really excited to take a look at this new box, because while I did try my best to keep myself spoiler-free, while I was at work on my overnight shift, I did see some things here and there on Twitter and Discord. So I kind of know what this box has, but at the same time, I don't exactly know what the cards are themselves. But as you can see, the game is saying these re-added cards like Hazy Flame, Lavadals, and all that stuff. Like, this is a fire themed mini box, and it's adding support for the Hazy Flames. Like, dude, Konami blessed YT Dan, and we're gonna take a look at all the new cards in today's video, which I'm honestly super excited for, because look at this, boys. Look at this right here, guys. We're gonna take a look at all the UR and SR cards in this box right here. So if you guys are super excited for my box review and kind of blind box review when it comes to this brand new box, you guys know what to do. Leave a like in the video and sub to the channel for more Duel Links content. I might cover the entire box in a live stream, I'm not too sure, but I'm only going to talk about the UR and SR cards in today's video. And yeah, let's get into today's video. But of course, before I talk about the cards, I do got to give a special shout out to all the homies that are supporting me at the Chaos Dragon Pioneer tier and the Misty Treadle OnlyFan tier. Thank you so much to Junior Flaz, Caboose 1241, Hazard Xuri, Hope to Cruise, and Mr. Kale 1354 for being members at those tiers. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you for your continued support. And let's get into today's spicy box review, taking a look at the literal spice, these fire monsters. I'm super excited. Let's get into it. Now, the first card we're gonna take a look at is this card right here called number 61, Volkasaurus. I believe I pronounced the card's name correctly. And this card right here is the cover art card for this box. And I gotta say, while this is a dinosaur, it does not feel like a dinosaur to me from this artwork. But at the same time, I love the artwork of this card. This card's artwork is awesome. And let's go take a look at this card and see if it's good or not. Also, when it comes to any like pronunciations of any of the cards or my thoughts and opinions on this card, I'm a clown. I'm a kindergartner. So if I have a weird take, let me know in the comment section down below. But just your warning right there. But let's get into it. This card right here is a rank 5 Exceeds monster. It takes 2 level 5 monsters to Exceed someone into. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Exceeds material from this card. Then target 1 face a monster your opponent controls. Destroy that opponent's monster. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. Ooh, that's actually spicy, and it's not a nerf, because a lot of the time when it comes to reviewing these cards in Duel Links, as a lot of you guys know, a lot of the burn cards in Duel Links, when they get added from the TCG into Duel Links, get nerfed. This, since we are on the official Konami website, and the fact that it says destroy the monster's original attack means no nerf, no like half the monster's original attack. You just get to destroy that. That's crazy. And then this card cannot attack your opponent directly during the turn you activate its effect, but you can still attack your opponent's monsters if they have some on the field. Not bad whatsoever. And this card has 2,500 attack and 1,000 defense. And man, I'm liking this card already. First of all, like I said, the artwork is amazing. And while it is a rank 5 Exceeds monster, one, I'm going to assume some of the cards in this box are going to have ways to easily Exceed someone into Volkasaurus. So hopefully we'll be able to go for some spicy rank 5 plays. And on top of that, if you're playing like Noble Knights or something like that, Noble Knights is a pretty good deck for going to the Exceed summons of rank 5 monsters. And Volkasaurus could be a spicy tech card to add into your arsenal of monsters. And Noble Knights has been seeing a little bit of competitive success. Duel Links meta has put it on their tier list. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's pretty spicy, though. I can't wait to scoop up this card in my pack opening. Next, we're going to take a look at this card called Coach Warrior Wolfpark. I don't know how I feel about the artwork for this card. Okay. Anyways, though, this is a level 4 Fire Beast Warrior effect monster. You can target 1 level 4 Fire Beast Warrior type monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in face-up defense position. Its effects are negated. You only can use the effect of Coach Soldier Wolfpark once per turn. This card has 1,600 attack and 1,200 defense. And on the top of my head, I can't think of any good combos for this card. I'm going to guess that it is going to combo well with some of the other cards in this box, because it is a UR, and usually 9 times out of 10 UR cards synergize very well with the box that they're in. So I'm gonna guess there's gonna be some awesome level 4 Fire Beast Warrior type monsters that we'll take a look at later in today's video. But I do want to check one thing quick before we talk about this card even more. Okay, so my hunch was correct. I wasn't gonna name drop Fire Fist because I wasn't sure if these were the guys I was thinking of, but yeah, you can probably combo Fire Fist with that UR card that we're just talking about right now, because as you can see, we have a bunch of level 4 Beast Warrior Fire type monsters. So that's definitely something to consider, that's for sure. What's awesome about this new box is the fact that it's just supporting so many good existing fire archetypes in the game, and I'm really hoping that this mini box gives us a lot of good cards to like change the meta, because we definitely have been needing a meta change soon, with the fact that the ban list is coming soon, and the fact that sometimes mini boxes can be meta defining. I have a feeling that this mini box right here is going to be meta defining with just the synergy that it has with some existing fire cards in the game. And then the last UR card we're going to take a look at from this box is called Rekindling. This is a normal spell card that says special summon from your graveyard as many fire monsters as possible with 200 defense, but banish them during the end phase. Very interesting right here. This is actually a very interesting card. Now, I did go back to the card catalog in Duel Links to check which cards that we already have in the game that combo with Rekindling, and so far I've noticed that Hazy Flames and Fire Fist have monsters with 200 defense that you can summon with this card. So that's something to definitely consider, and I'm going to assume that there's going to be some cards that we're going to take a look at later on in this video which are fire monsters with 200 defense, but still fire decks do have ways to send themselves to the graveyard, and the fact that you can use Rekindling to just summon them onto your field to potentially go into some Xyz plays or synchro summoning plays is going to be awesome. Definitely going to be a really interesting combo card, and I'm very excited to see what people are going to come up with when it comes to this card. So we'll probably take a look at this card again, but yeah, you can combo this with Hazy Flames and Fire Fist, which is pretty cool. Moving on to the SR cards, we're going to take a look at this card right here called number 79, Battlin Boxer Nova Kaiser. Okay, also, I don't know why, but this is giving me Utopia vibes, even though this card is not a Utopia card whatsoever. This card right here, though, is a rank 4 Fire Warrior Xyz monster. Takes 2 level 4 monsters to Xyz summon into this card. That's cool. It's pretty generic. Once per turn, you can attach one Battlin Boxer monster from your hand or graveyard to this card as an Xyz material. This card gains 100 attack for each Xyz material attached to it. Once card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can target a level 4 or lower Battlin Boxer monster in your graveyard up to the number of Xyz materials this card has on the field and special some of those targets. This card has 2300 attack and 1600 defense. Honestly, that's actually kind of a cool card. So this card right here keeps gaining attack depending on how many Battlin Boxer monsters you have attached to this, so you can definitely boost this card up. And when this card does get destroyed by your opponent, you can special summon back those Battlin Boxer monsters to either go into another Nova Kaiser or into different Xyz monsters. That's cool right there. I'm very curious to see what Battlin Boxers that we already have in Duel Links and are coming into this box to see how easy it will be to summon into this card, because I'm going to hope that the deck will be able to spam summon themselves. But no, this card is kind of cool. I like it. It's nothing too crazy in my opinion, but I feel like it's probably going to be a good card to combo with the archetype. Ooh, next up, we're going to take a look at this right here. Hazy Flame Basiltrice, or I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm sorry for butchering your ace monster, YT Dan. I don't know how to pronounce the last part of this card's name, but let's go. YT Dan's Xyz Hazy Flame is finally here. We're going to take a look at this card, and I cannot wait to see how spicy this card is. So this is a fire rank 6. This is a fire rank 6 Hazy Flame monster. It's a Pyro Xyz with the effect, or to summon into this card you need 2 or more level 6 fire monsters, so potentially 2 Hazy Beasts or 3 Hazy Beasts. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card to target one monster opponent controls or is in their graveyard and banish that target. This card gains effects based on the number of Xyz materials attached to it. So if you have 3 or more Xyz materials to this card, it gains 200 attack and defense for each Xyz material attached to it. If it has 4 or more, this card cannot be targeted by your opponent, card effect. And if it has 5, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. This card has 2500 attack and 1800 defense. And definitely the base effect right here, where you can detach an Xyz material from this card and banish one of your opponent's monsters, is going to be very useful for this deck, because as you guys know, a lot of decks in Duel Links like to utilize their graveyard. So if you can banish those cards before your opponent can utilize them, that's going to be a huge boost for Hazy Flames right here. So definitely a really good toolbox card. Now, the fact that we do not have 5 monster zones in Duel Links, I'm not too sure how we're going to be able to easily get 4 or 5 Xyz materials onto this card right here, because Hazy Flames do a really good job of spam summoning themselves out onto the field, but the fact that we don't have 5 monster zones is going to be hard to have 5 monsters on the field. So hopefully there's some other cards in this box will potentially help us attach more Xyz materials to this card, so you can just make this card a beefy box, or just a beefy Xyz monster. Hopefully my boy YT Dan can combo or cook up some combos to utilize his chicken and make some good chicken for all of us Duel Links players. We'll have to wait and see for that, but still pretty cool card. Giving the Hazy archetype a way to banish cards is huge. I like it. It's a pretty cool card. Next up, we have a Vylon card, which is definitely interesting to see. Vylon is always weird for me because Duel Links used to add Vylon support all the time for the archetype, just through like cards to like rank PvP and whatnot. But it's cool to see that we have a box Vylon right here. This one right here is called Vylon Disigma. probably completely butchered this card's name, but this is a light fairy Xyz monster that takes 3 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card to target 1 face attack position effect monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to this card. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a monster whose attribute is the same as the card equipped by this effect, destroy that monster. This card has 2500 attack and 2100 defense. Now, this card is honestly pretty scary. So first of all, you got to keep in mind this card is a generic rank 4. While you do need 3 monsters in order to overlay into this card, its effect's pretty spicy because you can detach an Xyz material and yoink one of your opponent's monsters if it's an effect monster, which is honestly pretty huge, especially for a generic Xyz monster. So like, if you have room in your deck to tech this card in, and you never know when there's a situation where you need to spam out 4 monsters to yoink your opponent's monster like OTK or something, that could be pretty cool right here. And of course, since this is a Vylon card, you're gonna be able to combo it with other Vylon monsters, and they love equipping stuff. They love equipping stuff indeed. So you can probably combo it with Vylons and figure out some cool OTK. Honestly, not a bad card. I feel like this card could be very deadly, and it looks very deadly. Like, this card's very menacing for a light attribute monster, I gotta say. Next up, we have a new rank 5 Xyz monster called Tiras, Keeper of Genesis, which is a light fairy Xyz monster. This takes 2 level 5 monsters to Xyz summon into this card. This card's effect can only be applied / resolved while it has an Xyz material. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. At the end of the battle phase, if this card attacked or was attacked, target one of your card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Or each of your end phases, detach 1 Xyz material from this card. This card has 2600 attack and 1700 defense. Now, this card is pretty spicy right here because while it has Xyz materials, as you guys just heard me say, this card is immune from card effects. It just can't be destroyed by card effects. And also, when you attack with this card, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and blow it up. So this card is very deadly for 2 turns. And if you have cards that can equip Xyz materials back to this card, you can just continuously use this card's effect over and over and over again. Very, very cool right here. Definitely gonna work well again with Noble Knights and decks that can spam out rank 5 monsters. This box is really cool for the fact that it's been adding a ton of powerful rank 5 monsters because this card's really cool. Volkasaurus is really cool. So I like that right there. And yeah, it's a pretty nice generic level 5 or rank 5 Xyz monster that could definitely put up a fight, that's for sure. Next up, we're gonna take a look at Battlin Boxer headgear. Let's go take a look at this archetype. So I'm very curious to see how these effect monsters work. This is a level 4 fire warrior effect monster. When this card is normal summoned, you can send 1 Battlin Boxer from your deck to the graveyard. This face-up attack position card cannot be destroyed by battle. This card has 1000 attack and 1800 defense. So this card's interesting. It's definitely a hint that this is definitely a combo card for the archetype so that you can pitch your Battlin Boxers to your deck to the graveyard. I'm gonna assume that some of the other ones probably gonna have some certain effects that can combo from the graveyard in order for you to utilize this card's effect. So that's cool. I'm not too sure how I feel about the fact that if this card is in attack position, it cannot be destroyed by battle. So I do like that, but at the same time, I don't like how low his attack is. If it was like 1800 attack and 1000 defense, this effect would be pretty spicy, but it's going to be interesting because you're going to like take a risk by summoning this card in attack position. It's only 1000 attack, and then your opponent has to swing at it twice in order to destroy it. So it's like, that's pretty interesting. Probably this deck's going to work well in decks that can combo with skills that require you to lose a certain amount of life points to trigger them. I could definitely see that working, like maybe like Destiny Draw or something would be pretty good for this deck. So that's something to consider, but interesting card. Definitely going to be a combo starter for sure. So he looks pretty menacing though, I'm not going to lie. Very spooky. Ooh, this is huge right here. Some new Fire King support. Fire King Avatar Arvata. I don't know how to pronounce this elephant's name, but this card, I remember way back in the day when Sacred Phoenix was like top tier meta, like way back in the day, and so many people were simping for this card to get added to the game at some point. And would you look at that, it's finally in Duel Links so many years later. This card right here is a Fire 4-star Beast Warrior effect monster. When a monster effect is activated while this card's on the field, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy 1 other fire monster in your hand or field. This is a huge effect because of the fact that you can negate stuff and you can pop one of your Sacred Phoenix or Fire King Avatar. I forgot what was it, Yaksha? The big chicken that blows up when it gets summoned on the next standby phase. That's going to be super useful for this card right here. Also, if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target a Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast type monster in your graveyard except Arvata. Special summon it, but have its effects negated. Also destroy there in the end phase. You only can use each effect of this card once per turn. 1800 attack, 200 defense. Such a good card right here. Because this card can negate stuff, get your combos going. Oh my goodness, that's awesome right there. I am very curious to see if this is going to be the push that Fire Kings needed to be meta. And on top of that too, I just realized this card has 200 defense, so you can combo it with Rekindling and potentially be able to negate stuff later on too. Ooh, That is spicy right there. I like this card. This is awesome. Next card we have right here is Star Drawing, and honestly, I like the artwork. That's actually pretty cool. This is a 4-star Earth spellcaster effect monster. If this card is used for an Xyz summon, you can treat it as a level 5 monster. An Xyz monster that was summoned utilizing the card's Xyz material gains effect. If it was Xyz summon, draw 1 card. Hey, that's pretty cool right there. So you can combo this with rank 4 decks or rank 5 decks to get combos going and Xyz summoning, and the fact that you can get +1 from it is pretty cool. So you can probably combo this with like Goblinberg and this card right here, go into a rank 4 monster and then draw a card. I like that. That's pretty cool. Or maybe combo a Tin Goldfish too, could be something to consider. But yeah, pretty simple, straight to the point card. It's just a way to just kind of plus with the draw and be able to just go for some rank 4 or 5 plays. I like it. Not a bad card. Next card we're gonna take a look at is Battlin Boxer Spirits. This is a normal spell card that states send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, then target a Battlin Boxer monster in your graveyard. Special summon the target in face-up defense position. You only can activate 1 Battlin Boxer Spirits per turn. So this is a card right here that's gonna combo well with your boy. Where is he at? There he is. So yeah, you can combo Headgeared and Battlin Boxer Spirits. You go into rank 4 plays into like Nova Kaiser and whatnot. So that's cool right there. So that explains why that this SR guy right here has the effect to send Battlin Boxers to graveyard. So that's cool right here. Definitely going to be a 3F card they're going to want to run in Battlin Boxer Spirits. That's for sure. So that's cool right there. I like it. That's not too bad of a card for the archetype. Next up, we have a SR card called Xyz Wrath. This is a continuous trap card that states once per turn when a level 5 or higher monster effect is activated, except during a damage step, you can control an Xyz monster. You can discard 1 card, negate the effect, and if you do, destroy the monster. Now, this card is like good on paper, but I feel like there's just too many like activation costs in order to trigger this card. First, you only can negate 5 or higher monsters effects with this card, so that's kind of like whatever. 2, you have to control an Xyz monster in order to trigger this effect, and 3, you do have to discard a card in order to negate the effects. So like, while it's cool that you get to negate stuff, there's just too many things that you need to like that requires you to like trigger this card in the first place. Way too situational of a card. I would be surprised if this card could see play. It would just depend on the meta. It honestly would depend on the meta if this card would see play, but still interesting enough. It's cool. I like the artwork, but like it's just not practical. I don't think it's that good of a card. So the last SR card we're gonna take a look at is Prideful Roar. This card states during damage calculation, if your monster battles an opponent's monster with higher attack, pay life points equal to the difference in attack. Your monster gains attack equal to that difference plus 300 during damage calculation only. Now, fun fact, this card is actually already in Duel Links from a selection box, and it did not see that much play whatsoever when it comes to Duel Links. It is a neat card, but it falls under the category where you can only trigger it during the battle phase, so therefore it's way too difficult to trigger in the first place, or it's just too slow is what I mean. Because while cards like Wall Disruption and whatnot are good cards, they're like the top decks in the game are able to play around it or get rid of it before the battle phase even happens. So that's why cards like Fiendish Chain plays Paleozoic Canadian and Floodgate are, since they are reactable during the main phase, are more valuable than cards like this. So while this card's cool, helps you potentially trigger into skills that require you to pay life points and be able to protect your cards is cool, but at the same time it's way too situational of a card and it's too slow, so it's not good. I doubt it's going to see play now that it's officially going to be coming into the game and not restricted to a mini box or a selection box, I mean, but still, it is what it is. And before we wrap up today's video, I do have a couple things to talk about when it comes to the rare and normal cards. It looks like that we do have some other Hazy Flame support like Griffin, Hydra, and there is a spell card, Hazy Pillar. And what's cool about Hazy Pillar and Hydra is that these cards do help you attach Xyz material to Hazy monsters. So that's going to help us when it comes to getting a bunch of cards equipped to this Hazy Flame right here. And also Griffin's kind of cool because you can actually special summon this card from your hand to go for some plays, which is also cool. So that's awesome to see. And when it comes to Battlin Boxers, I'm kind of have mixed opinions on them. Some of them are like really good cards, like this one right here is pretty good for the deck. This one allows you to target a Battlin Boxer in your graveyard and special summon it. Now you can only Xyz summon into Battlin Boxer monsters if you trigger this card's effect, but still cool. And then Counterpunch is also cool too, because this is kind of a hand trap that you can give your monsters or your Battlin Boxer monsters 1,000 attacks, so that's also cool. But still, I'm not too sure how I feel about them right now, because I don't think that they're that good of cards right now. I was hoping Battlin Boxers would be a little bit better than what I'm reading on right here, but they're kind of like a shrug to me. But I'll have to wait and see if they are any good. And yeah, when it comes to this box is really cool, but I'm not too sure how meta defining it's going to be. It does add some really good support to existing decks into the game, which is always awesome to see. So fingers crossed that these cards that get added into the game are going to boost up certain decks. But we'll definitely have to wait and see on that when it comes out tomorrow on December 9th. But I think that's going to do it for me into today's Duel Links video. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy my review on this box, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys did. And if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like in the video and subscribe to the channel for more Duel Links content. I'm going to try my best to do a live stream for you guys on unboxing a bunch of cards from this mini box. It's going to be difficult for me to figure out a time for that because of my work schedule, but still I'll figure something out for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching today's Duel Links video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios everybody, and have a good day.